Good morning, students. Good
Good
morning.
morning, sir.
Okay, very good morning. So I observe that most of them are having attendance shortage. Okay, you are not attending the classes. So at the end of the class, I will read out the names. Those who are having attendance shortage in MCF. Okay, and also today 12 o'clock meeting is there, general meeting. So to discuss about subjects, and if you are facing any difficulty in online classes, please share there itself. Okay, so and also I'm planning to add some more things. At the end of the class I will ask question, so based on that I will give the assignment marks also. Okay, so at the end of the class each one of you answer able to answer for my questions. Okay, so at the end of the class I will ask question, so based on that I will give the assignment marks. And some of the students still not submitted assignment, so submit as possible earlier. Otherwise I will put consider as a zero marks. Okay, I will consider as a zero marks, and also I will directly inform to your parents. Understood? So those who are not submitted assignment, submit your assignment as possible earlier. So otherwise, I will directly inform to your parents regarding this issue. Understood, right? Yes or no? Nitin? Nitin?
Yes, sir.
Okay, understood, right?
Yes.
Okay. So all of you submit your assignment. Akash Mohan, you also not submitted assignment.
Sir, I mailed you. I told you, sir.
Assignment,
That issue is there.
not test.
Yes, sir.
This one,
Assignment
assignment.
also. First assignment also. First assignment I WhatsApp you. Message.
No, no, no. If it is not possible to upload, you just send to that mail ID. So last time I
Okay,
given
sir.
one mail ID, right? So send both assignment, two assignment. I already given
Okay,
two
sir.
assignment. Submit your assignment as possible earlier by today evening. Otherwise, I will directly inform to your parents.
Yes, sir.
Understood, right? Okay. So at the
Okay.
end of the class, I will ask question. Please, all of you able to answer. Okay. So carefully you listen. Why? Because this is comparatively other subject. This subject is easy. So, but still, if you are not giving concentration, so it is also a bit difficult only for you. Okay. So that please concentrate. Okay. So I already shared the notes, textbook copy, everything in the drive, in the Google Classroom. Please refer. Everyone should refer that materials. Okay. So and also I will share the PPT also. Okay, you first refer PPT as well as textbook copy. Okay, PPT as well as textbook copy. And if you are having any doubt in that, you directly contact me. Okay, directly contact me. Don't hesitate, but read carefully. Okay, read carefully. So in the first test also I observed that most of them are not written properly itself. If you write like that in the final exam, sure you will not getting marks. Same as your third internal marks, you will third semester marks you will get. You want to improve your marks or not? Just tell me. At the end, that SGPA is very important. At the end of the exam, SGPA is very important. So if you score good marks, then only the company peoples are hiring you. So this time Bosch company and all it's coming in our campus. Okay. Do you know what is the package of Bosch? Anyone? Anyone?
Don't know.
So minimum package is 5 lakh per annum. Okay, 5 lakh per annum minimum package. So please concentrate. Okay, everyone, please concentrate and try to score good score. Okay, okay. So SGPA is that cutoff criteria is there for each company. Cutoff criteria is there. So your seniors, most of them are not having criteria itself. That is a basic criteria. So minimum 6 CGPA is required. Okay, minimum 6 CGPA is required. That's why, so this is a theory subject. You can easily score and you can improve your CGPA. Understood, right? I am telling for your benefits. Okay, so please concentrate. If you're scoring very less marks means it is not able to score for the final exam. So that study now itself. Okay, study now itself, then score good marks. So third semester, okay, leave that third semester results. Usually they will consider third semester to final year. Okay, so SGPA. Okay, SGPA. So third semester leave it, and fourth semester onwards please score good marks in all the subjects. This is a theory subject. If you score good marks in theory subject, automatically that CGPA moving up. Okay, so please concentrate. So I will also please everyone should listen carefully. At the end of the class I will ask question. Please answer for that questions. Understood? I am asking question for your benefits, not my benefits. Understood, right? Okay, so I will start the class. So how many topics covered in the last class? Anyone? What are the topics covered? Please interact. Everyone should interact. Tell me. So how much portion is covered in the last class? Okay. 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 Then surface finishes is finished. So grinding operation, surface grinding operation is discussed in the last class. So, and also we covered the boring operation. Okay. Boring operation. So this is the boring operation. So boring is enlargement. Okay. Boring is nothing but a enlarged previous drilled hole. Enlarged previous drilled hole. That operation is called as boring operation. Okay. So boring is a enlargement of previous drilled hole. Enlargement of previous drilled hole. That operation is called as boring operation. Okay, next, counter boring. So one end of the drilled hole, so producing square head or rectangular head at one end of the drilled hole, that is called as counter boring operation. So square head will be produced at one end of the drilled hole. Okay, one end of the drilled hole, square bottom will be producing. That tool is called as, that operation is called as counter boring operation. Next, counter sinking operation is nothing but the conical shape will be produced at one end of the drilled hole. Conical shape around 45-degree on either side. Okay, so screw thread. Okay, it is mainly used for screw thread. So conical shape will be produced at one end of the drilled hole. That operation is called as counter sinking operation. Understood? Next, classification of boring machine. So this everything we already discussed. The horizontal boring machine we already discussed in the last class, and vertical boring machine we'll discuss today's class, and some more shaping operation also we'll discuss. Okay, so the first one is construction future of boring machine. Construction future of boring machine. So I already explained in the last class, headstock. Okay, so this is headstock. So all driving mechanism is placed inside the headstock. Consider motor and belt drive and gear drive. So all driving mechanism is placed inside the headstock. Understood? So next, this headstock will be moving upward as well as downward in the column. This is called as column. So this headstock moves. Hmm?
Screen share.
PPT. Not visible, sir.
Not visible. 1 minute. Now it is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is headstock. So headstock, all driving mechanism is placed inside the headstock, like motor and belt drive, gear drive and all is placed inside the headstock. And this headstock is moving upward as well as downward direction in the column with the help of elevating screw. With the help of elevating screw, this column will be moving upward as well as downward in the column. Okay, in the column. And this is spindle. This is a spindle, and this is spindle head. Okay, this is spindle head and this is spindle. So this boring tool is attached to the spindle. Okay, boring tool is attached to the spindle. This will be continuously rotate. Okay, this will be spindle will be continuously rotate, same as lathe machine. Same as lathe machine, this tool is continuously rotate, and with this spindle will be rotate with the help of motor. So what is the function of motor? Convert electrical energy to mechanical energy. Mechanical is nothing but rotation of this spindle. Okay, so simultaneously this tool is also continuously rotate, and it will remove the internal part of the material. Internal part of the material, that is called as boring operation. That is called as boring operation. Okay, next, other end of the tool will be supported with the help of this bearing, and along with this end supporting column. This is end supporting column. So bearing will give you on other end of the tool. Okay, give support on other end of the tool with the help of this bearing. So bearing can be moved upward as well as downward based on the height of the workpiece. Based on the height of the workpiece. So workpiece, this is called as workpiece. Fifth one is workpiece, and 10th one is work table. So workpiece is placed above the work table, and work table along with this saddle, we can move left side to right side and right side to left side. Okay, left side to right side and right side to left side. So there is a carriage is also there inside the inside this saddle. So with the help of that carriage, we can move this tool workpiece from left side to right side and right side to left side, and you can carry it out on entire workpiece. Okay, boring operation you can carry it out on entire workpiece. So this is a construction feature of boring machine. Any doubt? Construction feature of any boring machine? So boring is a enlargement of previous drilled hole. Enlargement of previous drilled hole. So height can be adjusted with the help of this headstock movement upward as well as downward with the help of this elevating screw. Okay, so this tool is continuously rotate, and we can perform this boring operation. We can perform this boring operation. Understood? Just tell me yes or no. Okay, so next one is table type horizontal boring machine. So table type, so same as previous one. Same, previous one is called as table type horizontal boring machine. So table is using, so workpiece is placed above the table. Workpiece is placed above the table. So all the working same, that sketch you should draw for this table type horizontal boring machine. Next one is planar type horizontal boring machine. So two column is there on either side of the workpiece. Two columns is there on either side of the workpiece. That two column can be adjusted moving left side to right side and right side. You can adjust based on the length of the tool. Okay, length of the workpiece. Okay, size of the workpiece, you can adjust this column. So this is a headstock, and driving mechanism is placed inside the headstock. So and workpiece is placed above this bed. Okay, workpiece is placed above this bed. So it is name given as planar type horizontal boring machine. Planar type horizontal boring machine. Remaining operation, everything is same. So tool, other end of the work tool will be placed here. Okay, spindle will be the tool is attached to the spindle. Spindle is directly rotating with the help of motor, and it will perform the operation. It will perform the operation. If the length of the workpiece is too long, then you can adjust this column. Okay, adjust this column. And height of the height of this headstock, you can adjust in that column based on the height of the workpiece. Based on the height of the workpiece. So why? Because this boring operation you can carry out inside the workpiece, right? Inside the workpiece, so that this type arrangement is required. Okay, this type of arrangement is required. So here you can adjust the headstock height. Okay, adjust the headstock height based on the height of the workpiece. Based on the height of the workpiece. Understood? So this is called as planar type horizontal boring machine. So here workpiece directly is placed on the bed. Okay, workpiece is directly placed on the bed. Understood? So other end of the tool will be supported with the help of end supporting column. Other end of the tool will be supported with the help of end supporting column. So tool will be supported on both the end, and tool will be rotate, and it will be removing the workpiece. Okay, inside the hollow part will be produces inside the workpiece. Okay, so this is called as boring operation. Next one is floor type horizontal boring machine. So all working procedure, everything is same. So what is the difference here? Floor type. So workpiece is placed directly on the floor type. So large weighted workpiece can be handled in floor type horizontal boring machine. Floor type horizontal boring machine, very simple. Workpiece is directly mounted on the floor. Okay, workpiece is directly mounted on the floor. Remaining all operations are same. Any doubt? Any doubt? So
Yes, sir.
these are guideways. So in that guideways, this headstock is moving upward as well as downward to set the height of the headstock. So you can set this height based on the height of the workpiece. Okay, based on the height of the workpiece, you can set this headstock as well as end supporting column. Okay. So next one is multi-head type horizontal boring machine. So operation, everything is same. So what is the difference here? 2 to 3 headstocks are used. Okay, 2 to 3 headstock is there, and cross rails are so some of the tools are placed on the cross rail, so it will also perform the operation. And you can simultaneously you can perform number of operation in a single workpiece. In a single workpiece you can perform number of operation. Okay, so that is called as multi-head type horizontal boring machine. Here you can observe the multi-head headstock, 2 to 3 headstock are there, and each one of you having separate, each one of headstock is having separate motor to run the spindle. Okay, to run the tool, each one headstock is having separate motor. Okay, so cross rail will be moving in the column upward as well as downward, and it will be perform vertical operation, and remaining 2 headstocks are performed on either side of the workpiece. So simultaneously it will perform the operation, and it is mainly used for mass production system. So here name given as multiple head type horizontal boring machine. So next, vertical boring machine. So still till now we have seen the horizontal boring machine. Now we'll see the vertical boring machine. Okay, so this is also called as turret boring machine. Okay, so double column vertical boring machine. So double column, how many column is there? One column, 2 column. So it is name given as double column vertical boring machine. Okay, and this is called as cross rail. Okay, cross rail can be moved upward as well as downward direction with the help of this elevating screw. Okay, cross rail can be moved upward as well as downward in the column with the help of this elevating screw. And also this tool, this is a tool. So tool will be rotated with the help of motors. Tool will be rotated with the help of motor. So that will be rotating in vertical direction, and perform the boring operation. So you can move this cross rail upward as well as downward direction based on the height of the workpiece. So small height of the workpiece can be also handled here. Okay, so that lower this cross rail and perform the operation. So if the length of the height of the workpiece is too long, then you can adjust this cross rail upward direction and perform the operation similarly. Okay, so this is called as double column vertical boring machine. So boring is nothing but enlarging the previous drilled hole. Understood? And this tool can be moved left side to right side and right side to left side based on the requirement. You can move this tool. Okay, so this is manual method to move this tool from one location to another location. This is the working principle of double column vertical boring machine. So next one is jigs borer. So I hope all of you know about jigs and fixture. So fixture is mainly used for holding purpose. Main equipment is mainly used to hold the workpiece properly. So that is called as fixture. And jigs is nothing but set the position properly. Okay. So this jigs is mainly used to improve the accuracy of a drilling machine. Okay, improve accuracy of drilling machine. So that is one of the tool. So that tool can be produces with the help of this machine. That machine is called as jigs borer. Okay, jigs boring machine, jig boring machine. Okay, so that is called as that is mainly, that is one of the tool. Jig is nothing but one of the tool which is used to improve the accuracy of the drilling machine, improve the accuracy of the drilling machine. So that tool can be produces in this boring machine, boring operation. With the help of boring operation you can produce that jig equipment. So that machine is called as jig boring machine, jig boring machine. Understood? So here spindle head. So spindle head, so motor is placed inside the spindle head, then this is column, and spindle housing, spindle will be continuously rotated with the help of motor. And this, you can move this column upward as well as downward direction based on the height of the workpiece. So workpiece is placed above the work table, and this saddle can be moved left side to right side and right side to left side. So it is having sufficient groove inside the saddle. In that groove itself, that saddle will be moving. And the bed is made up of cast iron material. It can be hold all the weight of the boring machine, this jig boring machine. So this is a part explanation. So bed and saddle can be moved left side to right side and right side to left side. And workpiece is placed above the work table, and spindle is continuously rotate, so with the help of motor, and can be moved upward as well as downward direction based on the height of the workpiece. And this is quill is nothing but just giving support to the spindle. And this is spindle head, so motor is placed inside the spindle head. Okay, so it is continuously rotate, the spindle is continuously rotate and producing jig equipment. So that is mainly used to improve the accuracy of the workpiece. Okay, improve the accuracy of the workpiece. This is one of the tool in drilling machine. Okay, so the jig equipment will be produced using this boring operation. So this equipment is called as jig boring machine, jig boring machine. Just for the information I am explaining, this is not there in your syllabus. Okay, jig boring machine. So this is actually so drilling can be done jig machine. This is actually jig machine. This equipment will be produced here. Okay, so next one is the reaming operation. So I already explained, reaming is mainly used to finishes, fine finishes will be obtained after drilling operation. You can use this reamer tool. So reamer tool will be remove the fine particle in the previous drilled hole and produces smooth finishes. Okay, produces smooth finishes in the workpiece. Okay, so that is called as reaming operation. That is called as reaming operation. Mainly reaming operation is used to improve the accuracy. Okay, previous drilled hole. So improve accuracy you can done with the help of this reaming tool. Understood? Any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, so next topic is shaper, last topic in this module. Okay, this is second module. Last topic is shaper machine, planning machine as slaughter machine. Okay, shaper, planning and slaughter. So all this mechanism of these three machines are also same thing. Okay, shaping machine, planning machine as well as slaughter machine, all three machine mechanism is same, but the operation method is different. Okay, operation method is different. You will see one by one. So what is that shaper? So shaper, in the name itself it is given at shaper is a reciprocating type of machine tool. Okay, reciprocating type of machine. This is ram. Okay, this is ram. V is mentioned, right? So that is ram. Okay, ram will be reciprocate. Okay, reciprocate. So tool is fixed to the ram. Okay, tool is fixed to the tool post. So tool post is placed in the ram. Okay, tool post is placed in the ram. So ram will be moving forward direction as well as backward direction in the shaping machine and producing different types of grooves or flatness in the workpiece. Okay, different types of grooves or flatness in the workpiece. So it is just giving shape to the workpiece. Okay, V shape, U shape, different types of shape can be produced with the help of this machine. So it is name given as shaper machine. So it is name given as shaper machine. Shaper is a reciprocating type of machine tool, reciprocating type of machine tool in which the ram moves the cutting tool backwards and forward in a straight line. So during the movement of forward direction, it will remove the workpiece. Okay, it will remove the workpiece, and during the return stroke, simply it is coming. Okay, simply it is coming, it will not remove the workpiece. Okay, so that it will passes the workpiece about the workpiece and remove the certain amount of workpiece. Okay, with the help of tool. Okay, so during backward return stroke, it will not remove the material, it will not remove the material. Okay, so this is called as the reciprocating type of machine tool. Okay, so this mechanism, ram will be moving forward direction as well as backward direction. During the forward direction, it will remove the workpiece, and during the return direction, it will not remove the workpiece. Understood? Return stroke is simply coming. Okay, tool is simply coming. So return stroke is faster compared to forward stroke. So forward stroke is slow and return stroke is quick. So quick return mechanism is working here. So the name given as that mechanism name is Whitworth quick return mechanism. I think you already studied in COM, right? So Whitworth quick return mechanism is mainly used in shaper machine, Whitworth quick return mechanism. So forward stroke is slowly and return stroke is faster way. Okay, return stroke is faster way. Understood? So which mechanism is using here? Whitworth quick return mechanism. I think you already studied in COM, right? So that mechanism in first chapter itself, that mechanism is there, right? Yes or no? Whitworth quick return mechanism. Yes or no? Just tell me. No? Okay.
sir.
Huh? Okay. So classification
Yes,
of
sir.
shaper machine. Okay. So classification of shaper machine. So according to the type of mechanism used, giving reciprocating motion to be ram. So these are the different types. Okay. So standard shaper, universal shaper. These are the different classification of shaper machine. Okay. Different classification of shaper machine. So now we'll see the basic parts of horizontal shaper. Okay. Basic parts of horizontal shaper. So just to see the parts of this shaper machine, I'll give you 1 minute of time. Okay, so this is RAM. Okay, this is RAM. So RAM locking cap. This is RAM and RAM locking cap. So locking cap is sometime during the cleaning process you can lock this RAM so that RAM will not move forward as well as backward direction. And this is control nut. Okay, control nut. During the cleaning time you can remove this control nut and separate this RAM as well as this column. Okay, so next, swell clamp, so that with the help of that you can rotate this one vertical tool head can be a certain angle. Okay, certain angle. This is shaper head, it is also called as shaper head. And vertical tool feed hand wheel. Okay, vertical tool feed hand wheel. So if you rotate this vertical tool feed hand wheel, so this tool will be moving downward direction. This tool will be moving downward direction. Okay, downward direction. It is nothing but giving feed to the workpiece, giving feed to the workpiece. So how much amount of workpiece should be removed during that process? So you can adjust by rotating this vertical tool feed. Okay, rotating vertical tool feed and tool slide. So you can rotate the tool with the help of this tool slide. Okay, tool slide. Okay, and this is tool post. You can fix the tool in the tool post. You can fix the tool in the tool post, and this tool post will be moving downward direction based on this rotation of tool feed hand wheel. Okay, tool field hand wheel, and entire this tool feed hand wheel can also be rotate based on the requirement. So suppose if you want to produce a 45-degree angled in the workpiece, so you can rotate this vertical tool feed hand wheel. Okay, so then you can rotate this tool with the help of this tool slide. Okay, tool slide also possible. You can rotate the tool. Okay, so then this is workpiece. So work table is placed above the uh, supporting devices. This is supporting devices, so you can move these supporting devices upward as well as downward direction with the help of this guideways. So this is column. Okay, this is column. So this is bed. So bed is made up of cast iron material. Along with this, column is also made up of cast iron material. So all driving mechanism with quick return mechanism is placed inside the column, and you can operate manually or else automatical. There are two provision is also available: manual method or else automatic method. So all driving mechanism is placed inside the headstock, and driving mechanism. Okay, this is called as column, and ram will be moving forward direction slowly, and during return stroke it is moving faster way. So that is called as quick return mechanism. That will be operate based on quick Whitworth quick return mechanism principle. Okay, that mechanism is using to return stroke is faster. Okay, so this is the basic parts of horizontal shaper. Once again, I will explain. Please listen carefully. This is ram. Ram can be moved forward direction as well as backward direction with the help of Whitworth quick return mechanism. And this is control unit, and this is the lock nut. So if you locking, you can lock this ram for the movement. Next, swell clamp. So you can rotate this vertical tool. Okay, you can rotate this vertical tool. So based on the requirement, certain angle is there. And tool slide. Okay, so tool also you can rotate for a certain angle. Tool can also be rotate for a certain angle based on this tool slide. Okay, so then adjust feed can be given with the help of this vertical tool head. Okay, vertical tool feed hand wheel can be used to move this tool vertical direction, in vertical direction. And workpiece is placed above the tool post, and this is the table. Okay, so workpiece is placed above the table, and tool can be moved downward direction and upward direction based on this hand wheel, and that is called as giving feed. You can slightly rotate this tool with the help of this tool slide, and you can completely, suppose if you want to produce 45-degree angle in the workpiece, you can completely rotate this vertical tool feed for a certain angle. And this is supporting to the work table, and you can move this table upward as well as downward direction with this guideways. Okay, so table support is also using, and this is base, and this is column. So all driving mechanism is placed inside this column. So which mechanism is using here? Whitworth quick return mechanism. Okay. These are the this is the working principle of shaping machine. Now we'll discuss about the machining operation of shaper. So machining operation of surface, horizontal surface. Okay, so in this way it will perform the horizontal surface. So tool is fixed to the tool post and it is moving forward as well as backward direction. During that time it will remove certain amount of material, that is flat surfaces, horizontal flat surfaces will be producing. Okay, so this is the horizontal surface. Suppose if you want to produce a vertical surface, flatness of vertical surface, then you should rotate this apron, is nothing but tool, okay, to a certain angle, not tool rotating of this one. So rotating of tool slide, with the help of this tool slide you can rotate this tool post to a certain angle and produce that will be using for vertical movement, that will be using for vertical movement. So like this apron can be rotate to a certain angle, not this tool post. So apron can be rotate to a certain angle, then giving downward feed. So downward feed with the help of this mechanism. Okay, rotate this tool post so that it will be moving downward feed, tool feed mechanism. This is called as tool feed mechanism. So we should not rotate this tool feed mechanism. So just rotating this apron, okay, to a certain angle, then giving feed with the help of this tool feed mechanism, so that tool is moving downward direction and producing vertical flatness in the workpiece, vertical flatness in the workpiece. So this is called as machining vertical surface. Next, how to produce machining angular surface? So rotate apron along with this tool feed mechanism. Rotate this tool feed mechanism, then you will get certain angle in the workpiece. Suppose if you want to produce a 30-degree, 45-degree, same degree is mentioned in the tool feed mechanism, same angle you should rotate. So then you perform the operation. That is called as machining angular surface. Machining angular surface. Next, irregular shape. So suppose the surface is in irregular shape, then fine finisher tool is using here, and that tool is fixed to the tool post. Then it perform the operation. You will get the fine finished surfaces. Okay, finishing surfaces you will get. Okay, for that purpose, same fine finish tool is required. Fine finished tool is required. One thing you please remember: the tool strength should be higher than that of workpiece strength. Okay, tool strength should be higher than that of workpiece strength. Next, cutting slots and keyways. So suppose if you want to produce a cutting slots and keyways, first initially round shape of tools are fixed to the tool post and perform the operation. Next, square shape of tool is fixed to the workpiece and you will get the fine cutting slots. Slots are produced in the workpiece. Okay, So you can easily creating key slots and different types of slots in the workpiece with the help of different types of tool. Initially, which type of tool we should use? Round shape of tool is used to produce the slots to remove the workpiece. Next, square shape of slotted tools are using to remove the workpiece. So in this way you can produce key slots or different types of slots in the workpiece. Okay, next, internal slots, internal cleavages also you can produce. So in this way, so this is the tool here. Also horizontal tool is using, and small type of tools are using here. And you can move this forward as well as backward direction, same as previous one. Ram is moving forward as well as backward direction, and inside the material will be removing here, and you will get the internal keyway slots. Okay, you can produce internal keyway slots. Okay, so next one is different operating parameter of shaping machine. Okay, so today's class will discuss about what are the topics. So different machining operation of shaper. So machining operation of shaper, just note down these things. Machining operation of shaper. So what are those? Horizontal surface, machining horizontal surface and vertical surface and angular surface. So how we can produce angular surface and irregular shape? If it is irregular shape, you can use the fine finish tool. With the help of that fine finish tool, you can produce a smooth finish in the workpiece. And cutting slots, grooves and keyways, machining splines and cutting gears. So cutting gears is also not possible with the help of this shaping machine. So this shaping machine operation is there in the workshop technology lab. So during that time, practically you are going to study this shaping machine. Understood? So I hope all of you understood the concept. Understood, right? Any doubt in the concept?
No, sir.
Okay. So what are the topics we discussed till now?
Day. It's boring machine that we have studied.
Okay.
Single column type, double type vertical boring
Okay.
machine, jig boring machine. Then
Okay.
then
Okay.
thereafter we have studied reaming operation.
Okay.
Then shaper machines.
Okay.
Out of
Good.
horizontal shaper we have studied. Then operation we have carrying by shaper machine, that are machining of a horizontal surface, machining of vertical surface, then machining of angular surfaces,
Okay.
machining of irregular surfaces, then machining of external keyways and
Okay.
internal keyways. Then last one is gear cutting.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Abdul Bashir. So I will read out the name. Those are having attendance shortage in MCF. So Abhilash present. Abhilash. You have attendance shortage. Uh, Attendance percentage is 65 percentage. Okay. So please concentrate. Okay. So make up your attendance. Akash Mohan. Akash Mohan, whether he is present? Akash Mohan. Okay. So Alfas Ibrahim. Alfas Ibrahim. Alfas absent. Okay. So next Ashwant PV. Ashwant PV absent. Absent, right? Okay. Chetan. Chetan. Danush. Just now he left. Okay. Ishank. Ishank. Ishank.
Not there, sir.
Not there. Okay. Gautam Shetty. Gautam Shetty. Harsh. Inayat. J. Abhishek. Jagat. Aftab. Charan. KP Charan.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
sir.
why 55% as attendance?
Don't know, sir.
Okay. Manish.
Yes, sir.
You are also having less attendance, 65 percentage. Why?
Don't know, sir.
Zaid. Monish, Munawar, Nihad, Prajwal Shetty, Rishi Joshi, Sarthak Shetty, Satvik Pujari, Shamat, Bhavit, Sibin, Sushan.
Sir.
So very less attendance. Why?
No,
Hmm?
sir.
Not attending a. Okay. Vikas R Shetty, Zenon.
Yes, sir.
Ah, so very less attendance. Why? 40%.
Not else, sir.
Okay. Akash, Ashwath, Bharat, Eldrin, Sahil, Sheikh Nizam, Shreyank. Okay. These many people are having attendance shortage. Okay, so please carefully listen. Okay, so I already mentioned. So your CGPA is very, very important to get placement. Again you are telling why, because you are in fourth semester. This marks is also considered, okay, for your final semester. Okay, so at placement usually coming in the sem of 7th as well as 8th semester. So your senior batches, most of them are not eligible because of this cutoff criteria. Okay, so usually all the companies are asking cutoff criteria. Minimum is 60 GPA. Minimum 60 GPA. So please maintain 60 GPA. So how to maintain 60 GPA? So problematic, I know. So it is very difficult to score. But this theory subjects, very simply you can score, so that you can easily boost up your CGPA. So please read carefully. If you have any doubt, please ask with me. Understood, right? I'm telling for your benefits, not my benefits. Okay. So thank you. Have a nice day. We'll see in the next class.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.